NYWC. I am Robert Lottie, the administrator of the message board. What a great show the 2012 Psycho Circus turned out to be. Here are the results. Number 1, John Silver won the Joker's Wild Battle Royal in order to become the 4th participant in the Masters of the Mat match later in the show. Among the other participants were the returning Dan Barry, Gary Reno, Reckless and Wasted, Silence and Ness, Spider, Manny Martinez, DJ Fat Pat, Dan Echoes, Scott Kersey, and I think there were a few others whose names I did not get. In a mixed tag team match, Marty Bell and Channel 12 news reporter Sean Bergen defeated the Order of the Blacks, Victor Cruz, and Nikki Sixx. I don't even understand why this reporter was in the ring. He just did not belong in there. I guess some publicity for NYWC, I hope. In a three-way matchup, Blowout Boy Dan Echoes defeated DJ Fat Pat and Francis Kipling Stevens. Very good three-way matchup, and I think Fat Pat has really stepped up in this matchup. In the 30-minute Master of the Mat match, Tony Nese in sudden death overtime with a 450 splash from the top rope. The match went 30 minutes without any of the 4 competitors scoring points, and it's nice to see someone else win the Master of the Mat. No disrespect intended to Papa Don when I say that. In his in-ring debut, the Big O defeated Manny Martinez. One of my friends is trying to jinx the Big O, calling him the next Lex Luger for some odd reason. More on that later. In the Psycho Circus match, the Order of the Black, Stockade, Apollyon, Mikey Whipwreck, and Rex Lawless defeated Tony Burma, King Mega, Alex Reynolds, and Michael Mansfield. Mikey Whipwreck and Rex Lawless retain their tag team championship, Apollyon retains his heavyweight championship, and Stockade retained his fusion championship as the Order of the Black continues to dominate on their path of destruction. Now, on to my personal note. It was great having Anthony Kalman and Randy Corelli, my 2 longtime friends, for the show with me. Randy was very impressed with the show, and he really loved that Masters of the Mat match. It was also nice to see Jessica, Victoria, Aisling, Allison, Raleigh, John Kirsch, Shane, Craig, Alvin, Oliver, Chris, Jim Lundis. I didn't get to say hi to Scott Millman and Artie, as well as Vic Zapata, who I noticed was there. Nice seeing Steve Scogan. It was nice meeting NYWC sign guy Jason Linick, as well as Gina. I didn't get to say hello to Larry Murdoch. And by the way, Larry, I read what you wrote on the board about calling referring to Jim Lundis as Robert. I have one word for you. Botchamania! I picked up a blue Psycho Circus 10 t-shirt. Great seeing Tim from the Control Center at his big, huge souvenir table. Tim, when you see this, do you have any old school Clash of the Champions show on DVD? I think there's a few missing from my collection that I'd like to get my hands on. Larry Legend, it was nice talking to you. I think... Okay. Now, here's something I want to address. Jessica and I, we were out there around 4:30 p.m. yesterday, and I don't understand why people got in before us and everybody else that was behind us. I know this is a show where the whole building sells out, and it's a big, huge sea of humanity. Why is it that these once-a-year fans always manage to get in before everybody else? I've been coming to NYWC for nearly 8 years. Next month will be my 8th anniversary with NYWC. I can't understand this. I think I'm going to have to plan ahead for it next year. And also, Brian, a.k.a. Beeson, on the board. Every year you complain, but how come you do it on the board? Why not address this to Kirk and Shane in the flesh? Why aren't you doing that? Every year you say, oh, the crowd's going to shrink after Psycho Circus. It seems like you always bicker about it on the board. Why can't you talk to Shane and Kirk directly about it? I can't understand that. Here's some memorable quotes. Calm down, Shaggy, Randy Corelli referring to Kenny Royal when he saw him with the hair. Sit down, douchebag, fans referring to Kenny, the #1 Order of the Black lover who always has his cigarette lighter. He's the only one cheering for them. Down in front, people in the back telling people in the front to sit down. up and back, up and back. People in the front row referring to those behind them that couldn't quite see. I think, I forgot. Nice seeing Dan Acosta, Ryan Peterson, Megan. I know I didn't get to say hello to you at the show or at Wild Wings. Nice talking with Ref Forge, Spider, Pressure Dugan, Victor. Well, I didn't really talk to Victor Cruz. I saw him at one point. Nice talking with John Silver. Seems like, I don't know, NYWC, you guys, tell me if you really, let me know if you love these video packages I'm putting together, because I've taken my recaps to a whole new level by doing this. As I found out, NYWC is having 2 shows in the month of March, Saturday, March 10th and Saturday, March 31st. Kurt, Shane, when you guys see this, please let me know the show titles for these upcoming events, because I'm not sure what they're going to be named. I presume March 31st will be Aftermath, since I know March 10th is going to be held in Long Beach in Nassau County. I forgot. Welcome back, Larry Murdoch and Anthony Fasati. The only person who's missing that I was hoping would have been there tonight is Smokey. Smokey, please. I know I wish would come back. Brian, a.k.a. Beeson. You always say, as I mentioned earlier, you complain about the building being small and they shouldn't have too many people in the building and they should, like, raise the price of tickets. We're in a messed up economy right now. You expect them to raise prices? Come on. These shows out there, they cost $40 for people to sit in the front row. Those greedy bastards. Here's another memorable quote. Better than Cena. The fans seeing Channel 12 News' Sean Bergen's performance in the ring. He had a good body slam on Victor Cruz, but why a leg drop finisher? A leg drop finisher? Come on. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully some nice publicity for NYWC again. Some luminaries in attendance were Cypher, Dickie Rods, Chris Forga, I noticed in the crowd as well. And how about the return of Mr. Entertainment, Brian Victor, who was being body surfed in a mosh pit of humanity as the Cypher Circus match got underway. Will we see more Victor in the future? I'd like to see him in the future, that's for sure. What a great night of action. And coming soon, a brand new edition of the No Punches Pulled interview series. Someone who's been wanting to do this interview, wanted to be a part of this series almost since the beginning, 3 years ago. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to say it. It was nice talking with Jade. And don't forget, everybody, NYWC rules!